Is it's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at each and every one of the new 25th anniversary cards that did get released in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. You can get them in packs or directly through the player market. Now, the first thing I want to talk about are the prices. For a diamond, 183,000 MT, not horrible. Amy, 84,000 MT, not horrible. Rubies, 29,000 MT, really good value. Sapphires, 25,000 MT, and emeralds are 18,000 MT. So a lot of people already have been talking, Ty, these prices of emeralds are absolutely ridiculous. Now look, 18,000 MT, yes. I mean, I think that is way too high, but we also have to consider who the emeralds are. You're looking at Bol Bol and Tacko. Those guys, I mean, let's be honest, if they were budget cards in the past, would have not been that cheap, especially this early on anyway. So again, just kind of keep that in the back of your minds as we do get into it. Tacko Fall up first, 7'5", 8'2" wingspan. Obviously for Tacko, you know what you're getting. I mean, his player model is going to be ridiculous. He is going to be an absolute giant on the court, even has a couple of badges. But with all that said, he has 25 speed, can't shoot the ball. So, I mean, look, Tacko can be a cheese ball, especially for offline modes. You're trying to get through a triple threat offline as quickly as possible. Tacko is good for that. But are you going to play Tacko in a mode like MyTEAM Unlimited, anything like that? Probably not, just because he's not going to have a ton of success. Tacko, he's fine. He's 7'5", not that high on my list. Bol Bol up next, 7'2", 7'8" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere above the break, 73 3 ball, 68 speed, 69 lateral quickness, decent interior perimeter. This card can play. There's a big difference in what Tacko gives you and what a guy like Bol Bol can give you. Because Bol Bol can shoot. Bol Bol is decently agile. Look, is he going to get absolutely mashed by, some of the top bigs? Yes. I mean, he doesn't have a high enough strength. His defensive badges aren't that great. But he can go out there and compete. Talk about a guy I would use in every type of offline mode or even salary cap. Bol Bol is super, super high on that list. So I'm just going to say it how it is. Bol Bol is definitely a card that I would recommend you guys getting. And I know a lot of people are like, Ty, really? Like, is Bol Bol that good? Look, if you are balling on a budget and is he better than like Bobby Portis? Probably not. But again, he gives you something a little different. You don't have to worry about evoing him. Bol Bol is really solid in general, and I really like him for 18,000 MT. Ben Simmons up next, point guard, 6'10", 7-foot wingspan. This card does something. This card does something for me on the court. Now, is he the best point guard in the entire game? No, he's not. But is he good at a sapphire? Yes. For 25,000 MT, he is good. He really is. 82 speed. Not great defensively, but defensive badges are good. Remember, the card is 6'10" as well, and that by itself, is going to be cheesy in its own right. I feel like they did a decent enough job of well balancing this Ben Simmons where, he can't really shoot. Obviously, he's not going to be better than the top guys at the point guard position. But if you are a budget baller or you're just starting your team, Ben Simmons can be a cheese ball on the court at 6'10" with that 7-foot wingspan. Big Yao up next. Think about Tacko, but just a little better badge-wise. That's what you're getting with Yao Ming. Not really too much, though. I mean, again, the cards are relatively similar. Yao can't shoot either. Yao has 25 speed, 25 lateral quickness. The only thing Yao is going to do is just have a few more badges. So, I mean, if you are, again, really trying to get through triple threat offline and you're really bad at the game, then a guy like Tacko, a guy like Yao, those guys can definitely help you guys out. But they're just not cards that are going to compete in online types of modes at the highest level. Again, they're fine. You can run them. They're just not next level good. Tim Thomas up next, 6'10", 7'2" wingspan, hotspots from basically everywhere on the court. 93 ball, 85 driving hook, 84 speed ball, 84 ball handle, 85 speed, 80 lateral quickness, decent interior perimeter. This card can play. I'm telling you guys how it is. This card can play. Let's look at the release. LaMelo Ball based on normal timing, normal leaner, Joel dribble style. So here's the deal. People are going to buy Tim Thomas, and they're going to be like, man, I can't wait to use Tim Thomas. He's going to be just like he was last year. Now, I want you guys to pause right there, right now. Tim Thomas is not going to be what he was in years past. Okay, I got to make that known. Let's start with the LaMelo Ball base. The LaMelo Ball base this year is not what it has been in the past. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, what? Really? Like, I didn't, like, yes, it is not nearly as good as it was in the past. And then he's got the Joel Embiid dribble style as well, which I want you guys to know he's not going to be able to move at all. What does Tim Thomas do well? Well, he's 6'10". He has a really high 3-ball. He's still going to be able to shoot the ball well, although his release isn't going to be quite as good. But again, I just want you guys to be just kind of ready for his release to not be, it's not bad. It's not horrible, but it's not a great release. It's just a, I would say, mediocre to below average release for what you're wanting or expecting out of Tim Thomas. So again, just kind of keep that in the back of your minds before you just lock in Tim Thomas for 29,000 MT. He's different than in the past. Sure, his 3-ball is high, but he's not going to be able to move, not going to be able to dribble. Gonna leave something to be desired. Gerald Wallace up next, 27 gold badges, defensively elite, 75 3-ball, 95 driving dunk, decent speed, decent ball handle, but look at his defense. That's where you're really going to see Gerald Wallace excel at a super high level, because there's not that many cards that are going to play better defense than Gerald Wallace. Now, supposedly 2K dropped a patch or something that it's going to, what did they say? That it's going to be harder to, I gotta think of what they said, but like on-ball steals are kind of nerfed, so on-ball steals aren't going to be as overpowered as they once were. And so even for a guy like Gerald Wallace, who probably has glove on gold, has that 95 steal, just kind of be ready for that not to be as good or overpowered as it has been in the past. Now, release-wise for Gerald Wallace, I would say it's pretty solid. I mean, Jalen Noel base, straight up and down, super easy to time, super easy to green. Is it the quickest release in the game? No, but it is super easy to time into green. I like what Gerald Wallace provides for 29,000 MT as far as a somewhat budget option that you guys can use and have success with. I mean, defensively, he's absolutely elite. Offensively, not great, leaves something to be desired. Swaggy P up next, 6'7", 7-foot wingspan at the shooting guard position, 95 3-ball, 88 speed, 85 lateral quickness, really good playmaking. MJ dribble style, Ben Shepherd base. Okay, I'm gonna have to see something with the base. Mellow upper should be fine. Pro leaner. The thing for me is the Ben Shepherd base. I have no idea what that is like. I don't even think anybody else in the game has that. And so yes, I gotta see, you know, whoa, what is that really like in shoot around here? But the thing with Swaggy P is offensively, you know what you're getting. He's gonna be a cheese ball offensively. You guys can see all the playmaking, all the shooting badges. Release wise, looks pretty solid to me as I'm shooting with it. Now again, I don't know, we'll see. Obviously the mellow upper, how that all affects the shot. But as far as the release by itself, see, it seems somewhat like the LaMelo base from last year. You want an offensive shooting guard, a fun shooting guard, I think Swaggy P is going to be exactly that. And defensively, remember, he's 6'7". He's going to be able to hold it down defensively, even if his defensive stats, defensive badges aren't that next level good. I'm high on Swaggy P heading into today. Danny Ferry up next, 6'10", 7'2" wingspan. Let's start with the release. Wayne Ellington base. Now, I don't want to sit here and hype it up. I don't want to sit here and slander it. I just want to sit here and talk about it. The Wayne Ellington base. If you've used Matthew Dellavedova, you're probably like, ew. But I think with Matthew Dellavedova, you got to look at the upper on it. Because I think that plays a huge part in it. Normal leaner. We'll see what the Wayne Ellington's base like. He's got a 94 3-ball though. I mean, I respect that. 94 3-ball, 6'10". I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not expecting much out of this release. Because even if you take deadlift into shoot around, it's slow as well. So I just think the Wayne Ellington base in general is super slow. Maybe the Chuma upper will speed it up, but I'm not super excited about it. Hall of Fame catch and shoot range is nice. Defensive badges is good. Playmaking wise is fine. Overall, I like Danny Ferry from top to bottom outside of his release. I just think his release is definitely going to hold the card back. Because, I mean, badge-wise, perfect. Hot spots from everywhere. I'm just saying, expect that release to be worse than you guys anticipate. Because as I'm shooting with it right now, it is not good. Take that lift in the shoot around if you have him and see what he gets into. Luol Deng up next. Now for Sweet Lou, reminds me a lot of last year's card where badge-wise, he's incredible. Now, for Luol Deng, can't play the shooting guard position this year, which say what you want about it. That does matter. The fact that he can't play the shooting guard position this year, because that was one of the most cheesy things about Luol Deng, was the fact that in years past, or last year, he had that shooting guard eligibility. Donovan Mitchell base with the Malik Beasley upper. What's that release like? How good is that release? That's gonna play a big part in Luol Deng. I love the release. And you guys can sit here and say I'm gassing it. I love the release. Hall of Fame catch shoot, corner specialist, comes with range, defensively elite. He is one of your best shooting guards in the entire game. Think of a guy like Paul George with a better release. I think that's the way you got to think about Sweet Luol Deng. Pro dribble style's not horrible. Animation-wise, pro leaner, again, is not horrible. He is, in my opinion, one of the best shooting guards, if not the best shooting guard in the entire game. That's how good Luol Deng is. Definitely a card I'm picking up for my squad. Rudy up next, 6'8", 7'3" wingspan. Now, from what I've heard so far, the Rudy base this year is not what it has been in the past. Does have Steph dribble style, pro leaner, stuff like that. 93 ball, 90 speed, defensively solid, good driving, good speed ball. I mean, this card does it all. I mean, he does. I cannot sit here and hate on Rudy at all. I think he does it all. For me, the thing I would tell you guys to consider with Rudy would be this. How much do you value a good release, and what is his release truly like compared to the past? Because if it isn't, what it has been in the past, then obviously he leaves something to be desired. Now, these are the guys with the Rudy base, so just kind of consider this as we do talk about this a little bit today. Ron Artest. I mean, Ron Artest, I've used him more than everybody else as far as, with the Rudy base. I would say on Rudy, it feels better than on other guys. I'm shooting with it right now and shooting around. Is it as smooth as it has been in the past? Maybe not. But I still think it's super, super smooth. And I think people are going to sleep on it. Just for the sole fact that I feel like a lot of people are like, man, the Rudy base isn't as good as it has been in the past. Maybe not. But I still feel like on him, it feels good. Good dribble style. I like Rudy in my team. Is he the best small forward in the game? No, nothing compared to Bron, but he is really, really solid. Russell Westbrook, last, certainly not least, 83 ball, 98 speed, 95 lateral quickness, good steal rating, Hall of Fame, blow by dimer, speed booster. He's going to be our first rim running, one of the best point guards in the game. Now, it's going to be a balance. How does Russ compare to guys like SJ? How does he compare to guys like James Harden? That's the big question that everybody's asking. And for me, he even comes with silver range. I think Russ is going to be fine. D-Book dribble style, obviously Russ based is fine. I'm excited to see what Russ really gets into. I don't know. I honestly don't think he's going to be that elite of elite, but you never know. Maybe he will be surprised. My recap on these cards, it goes like this. It's really simple. I think Luol Deng is the best 25th anniversary card we got today. Swaggy P is good. Danny Ferry's not good. Rudy, I think he's going to be really solid. Russ, I think he's going to be overrated. Gerald Wallace, solid. Tim Thomas, not great. And honestly, anybody sapphire or below, you know what you're getting from. So for me, really Luol Deng is the hype beast, in my opinion. That's going to wrap it up for our video, guys. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.